Invictus Gaming. On the side of OMG, we have the Rumble pick coming in. Now for Invictus Gaming, let's see what they could possibly pull out as the Lulu is hovered. Lulu, of course, is a flex champion that's more popular right now in the other regions like Europe rather than in China. But regardless, that Lulu is still locked in, which does open up the potential for a Kog'Maw pick coming in. Although, let's truth be told, Kog'Maw is a little bit susceptible to getting extremely Dovin, but that is what we end up seeing. One of the bread and butter classic combos of League of Legends, in fact, and not really something you tend to see from the likes of Invictus Gaming. With the sole focus being on solo lanes, this kind of does make sense as long as bot lane does manage to not get Doven too much. As the set pick does come in for the side of OMG, this could potentially be a mid or top set, and the Kai'Sa pick coming in. Kai'Sa, of course, Abel's most played champion. Pretty good success rate, drawn evenly with the Ezreal. This could very well be a set support, a kind of a kill lane going on in the bottom side. Although truth be told, set is not so great into a Lulu Kog'Maw, I feel, because it's a bit harder to get onto the enemies when you do not have flash. I do believe in this patch, in this current state of the game, Hex Flash is not in the game. It's been removed for reasons of a bug. On the side of Victus Gaming, looks like they're just going to match the jungle pick. Coming out of bans, Invictus Gaming will have first pick, and so chances are we're going to see Nenny get his first pick. Nenny, of course, is pretty lethal on the Wukong. Seems to be one of his most played champions. Has so far been playing a fair amount of Volibear. And when you want to have a topside focus, Volibear is not at all a bad champion. Tower dives become an extreme breeze as the Lucian ban comes in. Interesting that OMG opt to ban Lucian because they, of course, do have the AP jungler. Setup will be required a little bit for the Rumble to pop off a little bit in lane. Invictus Gaming, let's see what they do for their final ban. It is the Jace ban coming in on the side of OMG. Chances are they will be looking to ban out perhaps the Lee Sin Lee Sin is already banned. Karma Nocturne is banned already. Varus is not going to be in contention. The Galio ban does come in, wanting to target out the Camille Galio that Invictus Gaming, of course, tried to no avail against the likes of, I do believe it was LNG the other time. And that pick, unfortunately, was pretty catastrophic as the Wukong is hovered Nenny's debut champion. Volibear, instead, wouldn't be surprised, this is his most played champion so far. Meanwhile, on the side of OMG, looking for a top and mid laner, I would say this could, of course, be a top lane set, as that is also one of the most played champions by new this split so far. In the mid lane, we could be seeing an Akali, perhaps a Sylas. The alts are not very good to steal, so Sylas is a little bit less likely as the Rel pick comes in. Let's see what we see in the mid lane. Again, Akali, Viego, there's a good chance. I would prefer to see the Akali here. I think a lot of dive potential. And of course, when you're just trying to kill one person that is not... Akali can never hurt. Not to mention, the defenses on the side of Invictus Gaming aren't that strong. You have a diving Volibear up in the top lane, and Udyr, who's only going to be able to bear slap people, which is pretty good defensively, I suppose. And then a Lulu. So you just kind of need to try and target out the Lulu next to the Kog'Maw with the perfect execution, and really there's nothing more to be said. Nice ban thinking about it now, coming in from ONG with that Galio. Meanwhile, on the side of Victus Gaming, it looks like Rookie will be the one considering and locking in the Sylas. Nice ultimates to steal, of course, the equalizer, the perfect execution, and even to a certain extent, I suppose, the Rel ultimate. Good bit of disruption, sucking everybody in, so that in the end, Wink can have a nice clean pocket to determine the entirety of the game. As we load in, looking at these compositions, OMG with a very simple dive composition, kind of mid-game power spike. Meanwhile, on the side of Invictus Gaming, definitely a scaling composition with the potential to play through topside. OMG's bot side is pretty strong, however, and OMG can opt to flip the map and kind of focus on the bot side. Will we see any level 1 invades? By the looks of it, no. Rumble early game is not very strong, especially against an Udyr. In fact, I'd say there is more potential for the Udyr to make plays in the Rumble side of the map than vice versa. That being said, given the mid lane matchups of Sylas versus Akali, I would say that Akali has an easier time getting the push on. That being said, Sylas is able to equalize it with his passive. Rookie, of course, a notorious lane dominator. So it really wouldn't be a far cry to say that mid lane will probably be pretty even in terms of priority. Krem so far has not shied away at all from playing Assassins. It is his most played genre, should we say, of mid laner thus far. And so this is going to be an exciting matchup for sure. We have an established, good old, solid as stone, bedrock foundation esque rookie on the Silas against the Akali from Krem, who is a kind of incoming player. Looks like a double conqueror start. Gone are the days when fleet footwork was the choice for Silas versus Akali lanes. And I'm pretty sure that Akali has a pretty decent time in the lane until he hits three. I think five onwards, when he gets a few points into Kingslayer, Rookie kind of dominates the lane. Like I said, I don't think level 1 invades are going to be a thing here. Definitely not from OMG. Their composition is pretty weak early. Invictus Gaming, I don't think I need to say any more about that. Of course, OMG could look to play towards bot side invade. Looks like that's not going to be the case as they attempt a top side invade just to get some vision down. So you're looking at the lanes. Wink and Lucas will probably have a pretty decent time getting priority in the bot lane. Double range against range melee does tend to result in that, as defensive wards have already been placed by OMG, so they will spot this out. Really nice skin coming in there from Rookie. That is the latest um, uh, Prestige Edition skin, and I think that it is just getting better and better. As Shin spotted out on a ward, and bot lane OMG first to lane will be able to push for that level 2 advantage first, which could lead to a very explosive lane in favor of OMG. But of course, Invictus Gaming with the range support will be able to equalize the push relatively easily. Cold dismounted will have the crash mount up to try and scoop up the Kog'Maw level 2. Unfortunately, looks like they will not be hitting level 2 first, as the wave is almost completely equalized. In fact, Invictus Gaming sustaining up one more minion in the mid lane. Rookie taking a bad trade against Krem. Best of the Dragon Boat Festival, that is true. Nenny, meanwhile, is having a comfortable time up here with New. Does have his W, just looking to trade, keeping his passive up and continuously pushing the wave. Unfortunately for New, his jungler will be pathing down towards the bottom side. I do not think he can afford to attempt a cheesy level 3 gank, as Krem is just having the time of his life to sustain, of course, from his full mana 5-point strike, allowing him to sustain off of the wave and occasionally onto Rookie. Rookie in these early levels is pretty weak, needs to get to about level 5 as previously mentioned, as I'm not sure if Aki was spotted out on that Raptors ward, opting to skip it out, however. Oh, it doesn't matter because there is also a ward on the red buff, as bot lane priority is heavily in favor of Invictus Gaming. Scuttle Crab could go either way, honestly, since Krem has mid lane priority. In fact, Shin is in an awkward position now because both his side lanes have priority, but in the mid lane, Rookie is being shoved in pretty relentlessly. Nenny now looking to get some vision, I think, with the push that he has managed to garner for himself. Gets a decent bit of a push, and it looks like Aki opts to go for the top side Scuttle Crab, not wanting to cause too much of an issue for his mid laner, I think, in terms of the rotation. Aki will be spotted out by this ward if he steps up just a little bit further. Nenny is in a little bit far up, and that nice little pathing coming in there from Aki. Looks like if he goes to the tri-bush, this could be the death of Nenny. This could spell the end as the ping is coming down. No one is in the area. Both Rookie and Wink are recalling. Rookie will have teleport in about 5 seconds time, so Nenny just needs to buy a little bit of time. The second Aki steps into lane, he could be in danger, however, as Shin is running up as well. Very wisely, Aki opts to just call off the attempt. There's no sense in risking everything, I suppose. Rookie did use his teleport, however, which this does cause Aki to cancel his recall. Now let's see what happens here. Now Krem does have the teleport advantage. This could turn into a 3v2 in favor of OMG very quickly, as Shin steps into the bush with the sweeper, spotting out Aki, but Aki with the harpoons as well as the overheat and flame spitter combo, able to just chunk out Shin as soon as he comes back from the base. Unfortunately for him, however, jungle items mean that regenerating HP is really quite a breeze. Rookie now with the priority means that in the top side, Aki and New need to play it a little bit more carefully, as Aki defending his ward just channels a quick recall. Meanwhile, in the bot side, things are looking pretty even Steven. There are decent wards across the map as we unfold. The first 5 minutes 4.5 minutes of the game, I suppose, without too much excitement. A little bit of action coming in there from Invictus, from OMG, a little bit poke in to see if they could potentially get something. Now, statistically speaking, both of these teams play better on the red side. So, Invictus Gaming being on the red side now technically mean that they are slightly in favor, at least mentally, they're in a more comfortable location because these statistics are things that, oh, look at that skin. These statistics are things that the pros themselves most definitely know. You always, professionals will always, perhaps, if they're superstitious, you have a lucky day, you probably have a lucky shirt, you probably have a lucky ritual that you execute before you actually start playing the game. Of course, aside from the warm-up game to get your micro on point. So far, Colt not able to find the angle onto Lucas and Wink, and as I say that, he is stepping forward. No jungler in the vicinity to help him. In fact, Shun is the one who is closer by as he pops over the wall, does have the sweeper running. And after Aki finishes his Raptors and finishes his Krugs, potentially he could look for something. That buys Invictus Gaming about 30 seconds to attempt something. Lucas now stepping up a little bit aggressively, but Colt with the discipline not opting to get baited into a situation. And Nenny does have the teleport. You see he's waiting in the base, waiting to see if his help is required. As the ward does spot out Shun starting up the dragon, Rookie is in the area clearing out vision as well. And it looks to be a no contest. Shin starting up the Scuttle Crab in the meantime as well. Aki is in the area, is level 5. 2 camps away from getting to his level 6, from which point he can initiate long range artillery strikes. A little bit of engage for his team. Speaking of which, Invictus Gaming, they do not have very good engage at all. Meanwhile, OMG have supreme engage. As in the top side, Nenny coming back from base is taking this fight easily. Niu needs to be careful. Chunking out Nenny is really good here. However, he does not want to cost his own life as he is severely down in terms of items. Nenny tanking up the minion wave and will not be able to lifesteal off of anything as Niu is backing off. Niu will have teleport as well. Bunch of recalls are going out across the map. Looks like Lucas is going to make a little roam towards mid lane for some vision control. Rookie being pushed in here means that Krem will be able to get himself a recall. In fact, he does not have a pink ward, does have a standard ward, just drops it real quick to try and catch as much vision as possible. I do believe Lucas has been spotted out. No, he hasn't actually. There's no vision there, but somehow they kind of expected him to be there. Nice sixth sense coming in. While Dragon may be gone in a minute's time, Rift Herald will be spawning. Krem just waltzing away from that fight. In fact, trying to take a 1v2 situation. Perfect execution has been stolen by Rookie. Is a little bit low on mana. Needs to be slightly careful of this. And also will need to look for someone else to steal an ultimate from. In the next minute, perhaps he can look to make a pick now onto Aki, who now having 49 CS is still not level 6 somehow. Shin in the meantime is fairly far ahead of his counterpart, just waltzing through the jungle, clearing much faster. Looking at the items in the bot lane, it looks like Abel is in quite a comfortable position in terms of items. Wink slightly behind as Rookie jumping in, just continuously trading. Aki does have the ultimate available. Both of the junglers are here, however, as in comes the Shuriken toss, but Shin just showing his face, not wanting to allow Krem to be able to jump forward aggressively. Shin now just waiting around the corner. No one else is available. Teleports are available for both top laners. That being said, as it looks like Shin and Rookie now need to make a move towards the bottom side to try and counter jungle as well as defend their bot lane from attempted gank. So far, Invictus Gaming's bot lane has managed to put a lot of pressure on the map, but Cold across the wall does have level 6. Invictus Gaming need to be a little bit careful as they could have been engaged upon there, and they could have been catastrophic as a magnet storm into a second part of perfect execution could lead to the entire team being absolutely exploded. Meanwhile, in the top side, Nenny and Niu just going at each other. Nenny, in a long-term trade, does have the advantage, and there's a lot of pressure onto Niu to try and hit his W, of course. His Haymaker being the core part that he needs to hit, and of course, Nenny realizes that's exactly what he needs to dodge as well. It looks like a little fight is starting out in the bot side river, as both Shin and Aki nearly face-checking into each other. Fortunately for Aki, however, Rookie was not in the area as Wink getting some damage down is still hasn't recalled in a little bit, I do believe, because his item-wise he is fairly far behind as he tanks up entire Icathian Rain. And Aki, in full vision of Invictus Gaming, just opting to start out the Rift Herald, pulling it out of vision where possible. Nenny does have perma priority, and Rookie now will be able to get it, but with Cold and Abel roaming up as well, it looks like Invictus Gaming are going to give this one up without contest, without pressure, without a second thought, in fact. Nenny does need to be careful. He does have some time before the Rift Herald dies as Shin pops over the wall. Change of plans, ladies and gentlemen, as Invictus Gaming perhaps wanting to try something here. It's a battle of the junglers. Smite goes in favor of Shin as Equalizer is dropped on top of him. Unfortunately, Rookie is just jumped onto now by Cole. Perfect execution comes in, and just like that, first blood going in favor of OMG. A rarity to say the least, ladies and gentlemen, truth be told, because OMG only really get first... Actually, no, wrong, sorry. OMG only get first blood 20% of the time, but OMG get first blood 63% of the games that they play, which means they are honestly first blood machines. Not really unexpected. So we expect first blood to go in favor of OMG, but we most definitely expect first tower to go in favor of Invictus Gaming. Based on how the lanes have gone, looks like I may be wrong about that, at least not in laning phase, as we see here Cole just chilling in the bush, Rookie stepping forward, seeing his opportunity, Cole just jumps on him, and the rest is just history. He's unloaded upon. Perfect execution, not really executing him here. Unfortunately, Rookie not able to flash after the Shuriken, after the second part of the Shuriken toss. And in the bot side, even OMG barely losing anything as Abel is very capable of keeping up in CS. Now, Dragon is spawning in the next 40 seconds and Abel having yet recalled, maybe slightly behind. However, in terms of item statistics, I'm pretty sure that Wink is majorly behind right now, because all he has is his Heartbound Axe and a pair of Merc Threads, while on the side of OMG, there is, of course, a Noon Quiver, which, I mean, it's not an end-all be-all kind of item, but it's fairly decent item, especially compared to the stats you get from, ooh, nice little Abscon Abduct that nearly hit out onto Krem. As it looks like Invictus Gaming are in position, full control of the river, will be able to just zone out OMG right now. As Cole rotates up, does have his Magnastone available, so we'll be able to initiate an ultimate. On both sides, Invictus Gaming, it's all about right now Rookie popping off, Nenny running into the team, and Wink right now isn't really do too much damage, so it's not really going to be about him so much. Meanwhile, on the side of OMG, it's all going to be about the equalizer coming in from Aki, how many people we can get with the showstopper as the teleport is coming in. Then he does have a flank onto Colt, Krem, as well as Aki, as the retreat is sounded, Colt flashing over the wall. And just like that, it looks to be over, but the teleport is coming in as well. Showstopper right onto Shin as the fight is split into two. Nice little equalizer dropped onto 3 as the Haymaker coming through as well. Shin flashing out of the fight. Wink is taken so incredibly low, is going to be taken down passive, will not be able to take anything back as OMG very handily win that fight, quite one-sidedly, honestly. As the Showstopper onto Shin, followed by a flash in face breaker right on top of the equalizer and the Haymaker to boot. A bunch of AoE just impacting Invictus Gaming, smashing through them like it was nothing. And really, that fight, I don't think Invictus Gaming had any reason to take that fight. OMG, while they haven't hit their power spikes, are still a decent teamfight composition as it is. As the flash coming out here, this is perfect. And then let's see what happens right now. See, Showstopper onto Shin. I think he flashes in, sees an opportunity. Oh, this Showstopper, even though it wasn't on the equalizer, the Haymaker more than makes up for it. And although it does cost him his life, New pretty much wins that fight for OMG. Now, OMG spike earlier than Invictus Gaming, so OMG are looking for that 1 to 2 item power spike, while Invictus Gaming, once the 1 to 2 item power spike comes in, they kind of want to play a little bit more reserved and want to allow their Cogmore to start scaling. Honestly though, it's going to be pretty hard for Invictus Gaming's team composition to be able to make plays because, of course, it's hard to protect the Cogmore from just the set, the Akali, the Rel, as well as the Equalizer, which is, by the way, completely unstoppable. The only choice you have is to juke it so incredibly well and just hope that Aki is feeling really nervous, misses completely on the equalizer. It's just one less thing to worry about, but as we've already established, there's a lot more to worry about as both the junglers are in the area. Rookie is rotating down, teleports are not available for either top laner or mid laner. Rift Herald is being dropped. Looks like this is the beginning of the final strat. Invictus Gaming fully aware of what the win condition is, just throwing Rift Herald against the tower with 30 seconds of plating left. And Wink, I'm not quite sure how many of those platings he did manage to acquire for himself. Cold has taken a fair bit of a chunking, and Wink is desperately in need of items in the mid lane. Rookie so far is behind 30 CS. It's quite a difficult lane for him to be a part of, honestly, as it looks to be he's unable to heal off of Krem as long as the Twilight Shroud is available. And right now, it looks like Rookie, not quite sure if he's picking himself up a blue buff, which of course would help him. I do believe in this situation, you max Q as well. Nice little abduct, getting him into the range of the... Oh, it all goes in with the perfect execution. Krem using his Twilight Shroud beautifully. Unfortunately, trying to backflip into Shin, using the second part of perfect execution, but Shin is taken incredibly no. Krem playing that incredibly well as well. Nearly killing Rookie and getting into a very comfortable position. Rookie stealing the perfect execution quite late. However, in this situation, Rookie feeling quite comfortable. Two-step out, needs to be careful, however, as Cold is in the area. Does not have flash available for another maybe 60 seconds. As Cold is just here to help push the wave in. Unlocking Lucas, on the other hand, to be able to get some vision deep to protect his AD carry. OMG, I kind of think that Cold should be roaming a little bit more. Because the thing is, yeah, they are playing more towards the Kog'Maw, and there's really nothing that you can do in the bot lane aside from perhaps stop Abel from getting absolutely just decimated there by Wink just popping the lethal tempo and just going at Abel. But I think more can be done by Abel, by Colt, sorry. More could be done by Colt by just roaming around the map, trying to impact the lanes. You don't need to help top lane. Okay, I guess so. You don't need to help top lane, you don't really need to help mid lane, I suppose. So all he really needs to do is protect protect Abel in the bot side. In which case, I don't think Rel was a fantastic pick here. It does round out the composition better. It does provide one of the most hard engaged. But I think that Leona would have been a much more comfortable pick in this situation, especially against the double range composition. Rel, it is a little bit hard to go in on this. Now, I don't remember which pick this was. In fact, yeah, Vel was the fourth pick, wasn't he? Yeah. Vel was the fourth pick. Anyways, all that aside, Rift Herald has spawned, and OMG are in first rotation for it. That being said, Invictus Gaming very quickly are here as well. Teleport is available for Rookie and Krem. Krem is going to be the one that needs it, however, as Rookie Wink is kind of open as Cole jumps in straight onto him. In comes the Killer Instinct as well as Zonia's is pop teleport coming in. There's Krem teleporting right on top of Wink, who doesn't stand a chance. Is absolutely decimated as the Shuriken Toss lands onto Wink. Perfect execution is available, executing out poor Lucas, and Krem in the backline just trying to use the movement speed from his passive to run away, taking so much damage from no one actually. Just tanking up all the damage from both Rookie and Shin. Does he have the Riftmaker? Because if he does, that kind of explains everything, I suppose. As Krem absolutely just having the time of his life in that fight, just waltzing all over the place. Wink, unfortunately, was caught out of position. Cole with beautiful positioning as a little jump in now on to Cole. Unfortunately, Rookie, there are 4 people there as Nanny tries to run into the fight as well. Shin could potentially be going down. Unfortunately for OMG, they've exhausted their ability to chase. Dragon is spawning in 20 seconds, but at this point in time, Invictus Gaming, it's so hard to execute their composition. They need Wink to get a lot of farm. They need him to stay alive. Rookie is kind of being styled on in the mid lane here by Krem. Fantastic showing by this young mid laner, a real assassin main so far. So the meta in LPL at least seems to be fitting him very comfortably. I do believe in the LPL, LeBlanc is the most played mid laner right now outside of Sylas. And I guess that just goes to show you that control mages are no longer the flavor. More aggressive, more action-packed mid-game focus is the call, it seems, for the LPL. And do we have any complaints about that? No, we do not, sir. No, sir. Now, let's see what goes on. Invictus Gaming not really able to punish very effectively across the map. Nenny will be able to take out this tier 3 tower, which will be Invictus Gaming's second tower, as we see here. Cole, fantastic positioning, and then that pink one in the pixel bush decimating him. As he jumps in comes the Killer Instinct as well from Abel, just being on top of him immediately. And then at that point, it isn't really even Wink that finishes off. It isn't even Krem that finishes off Wink. It is actually Aki. And look here, Krem taking no damage. Honestly, what is that champion? He doesn't even have Riftmaker. He's got Protobelt. What the? Wow, he really wants to get on top of that Kog'Maw. And at this point, really, I don't think there's anything that's going to save Kog'Maw except barring a random Thumbkens dropping in from the sky, I suppose. Look at that skin. Magnificent. Now, Invictus Gaming are fairly behind, and that's a understatement. It's also, the thing about it though, is it's quite hard to be behind on Invictus Gaming's composition because 1, you scale only into the late game. 2, you have a Lulu support, which means winning back vision from no vision areas is going to be hell. You are going to have to face check into a Rel and whatever else she's got, which might be Aki on Rumble, which might be Krem on Akali, and it might be New on the set, just randomly in position. not really any neutral objectives to fight for, thankfully, for the members of Invictus Gaming, as it provides them a little moment in time where they can look to just secure all the farm. That being said, OMG, not one to rest on their laurels, will be invading and taking away whatever extra resources they can from the jungle of Invictus Gaming. And really, there's nothing Invictus Gaming can do. You need vision in order to contest this, but in order to get vision, you have to send your squishy Lulu into the darkness and pray he doesn't face check into anything. If he meets anything, he will die. Literally anything. Meanwhile, on the top side, New just needs to be able to hold the wave back from Nenny. And even though Nenny does kind of fall off, so does New. So honestly, top laners, very equalized. On mid lane, I think that Krem does tend to plateau a bit towards the later part of the mid game, and Rookie will just be like a rocket ship going off into space. That being said, Krem can always look to 1v1 Rookie, especially there's such a high skill expression champion in the Akali, always possible. And then the bot side is it's just gonna be really rough. Now Baron has spawned. Invictus Gaming must get there first in order to get vision, and if they want to even attempt a contest, which they shouldn't by the way, but if they do, because we are in the LPL, there's no such thing as a free Baron. Even if you're 5,000 gold behind, you are running at the enemy as they're doing Baron, because they know that there's no point being strangled out of a game. They might as well just flip it and try for something, and Baron is as good a venue, location, and setting for that a potential flip. Nenny, with the only outer tower available for the side of Invictus Gaming, needs to be careful, however, as he is also an objective. That tower, at least, that he's hugging, as Aki is in position, as is Cold and Able, double harpoon to the face, does give Nenny some cause for concern in the bot side. Krem nearly with his teleport up, and Rookie with his up as well. In OMG, in complete control, at least Invictus Gaming able to win control of their top side vision. That is going to be fairly important. At least it's going to allow them to transition between lanes, allow Wink to pick up whatever farm, and it's gotten to the point that Shun is pretty much going to not get anything, as everything is going to be funneled into Wink, his Raptors, his Wolves. The only thing he's probably going to be able to get is occasionally perhaps his Krugs, but right now I think Nenny is all over those. Bot side is also a side that he cannot check into. As we see, vision is completely in favor of OMG in that sector of the map. So right now, Rookie just trying to scale. Wink getting every inch of farm that he is able to. And every other member of Invictus Gaming just needs to be where they need to be. Apply pressure. Shin trying to protect Nenny from a gank here. Aki is overheating, does have equalizer, but you never really want to drop it onto a single member. As the Prey Seeker coming in, Killer Instinct is available, of course, from Able. And as the tower falls, let's see what both teams' average game time is. Oh, okay, a bit more in that, I suppose. A bit more of that in just a moment, as Invictus Gaming looks like OMG are channeling synchronized recalls, wanting to fight for Dragon in 30 seconds time. Invictus Gaming, if they want any chance in contesting this is not a must contest, I suppose, because this is only sole point. But this is going to be a lot of pressure now onto members of Invictus Gaming, as they are now on a clock. 5 minutes they're going to need to prepare to fight, and every subsequent 5 minutes is going to be another cause for concern. Invictus Gaming, it is too late at this point, as OMG has established themselves in the river already, and brute forcing in with your composition is absolute terror. Yeah, the only person who can face check for you is is Nenny on the volley bear, because he is at least quite tanky. As in comes Invictus Gaming OMG, looks like they've given up control of the river, and Invictus Gaming beginning their infestation of OMG's bot side, immediately starting up the dragon. I'm not sure if they spotted out. Oh, as in comes Cole with the ultimate. Set is in the area as well, as Wink is being brought back into the fight. Immediate Killer Instinct. Wink didn't stand a chance. Rookie is being taken out of the fight, as well as Shin is just being chased down. Rookie trying to escape with the second part of Killer Instinct and perhaps grab Aki on the way out. Unfortunately, it is not enough. And Invictus Gaming, try as they may, OMG feigning surrender in terms of river control, while Cold and New just camped the bush and just sprinted for Wink. Wink, heal wasn't used, but I don't think it would have made too much of a difference, as just everything was thrown at him, the kitchen sink if you would, which came in the form of a showstopper into a Killer Instinct. In fact, Krim wasn't even there. He wasn't even needed, in fact, and he is the main cause for concern for any AD carry. And Akali, oh, Shin is on a ward, and Krem is about to let him know that no Killer Instinct available, however. 2 levels up is the mid laner over the jungler. Nenny's in the area. Stormbreaker is available. Can look to opt in over the wall. Teleport is coming in as well, but it looks to be no. Hey, what the heck? When did Aki die? As Krem is being chased down now by the Abduct and is taken out by Rookie. Not quite sure how Nenny picked up that kill there. It probably was just some lightning called from the sky, which managed to last hit Aki. I thought I saw a Super Mega Death Rocket fly out from the pit, and I was like, where did the jinx come from? Anyways, Invictus Gaming, with a little bit of tempo on their side, are looking to push. Wait, what? They stole it! What? I'm going to rewatch this entire sequence. OMG in complete control of the game so far. Aki is a little bit low. Colt just popping the blast plant. Vision is heavily in favor of OMG. Invictus Gaming are going to blind face check into this as Shin is standing on a ward in a tri-bush. Krem is about to let him know as the rocket belt comes in. No ultimate available for Krem as Baron is taken down to 2k HP. Lucas is in the area as well. Jumping over the wall is Krem popping his Zonias as teleport is coming in. That is Rookie. I didn't see again. What? Oh my god, the lightning killing Aki and stealing the Baron. Aki cannot believe it. Hands are on his forehead. This is a moment of contemplation indeed, as his misjudgment is going to cost Krem his life as well. Unbelievable turn of events right here, as a simple spell just wrecks OMG. And now things are heavily in favor of Invictus Gaming. Again, this is incredibly important. Now, Invictus Gaming, let's see what they can get with this Baron so far. They've gotten their 3k goal already secured because of the Baron. 3.7k. Will they be able to get this tower? This is going to be huge. Breaking open the map, allowing them a bit more control of it. But make no mistake, OMG are still incredibly ahead. But this could be the breaking point. This could be the point where Invictus Gaming come back into the game. Shin finishing off the tower. Mass recalls, I think, need to start being channeled, as they are now splitting up, trying to steal as much of OMG's map jungle as possible. Teleports only available onto new, so a potential flank could only come from there. Let's see what happens here. As the dragon kind of revealing them, and in goes Colt, forcing out the flash, and then after that there's nothing left for Wink to distance himself from both New and Abel. Krem again wasn't really in that fight, as Rookie really hauling ass, getting a lot of ground away from the majority of the team. And let's see what happens here. So I was just focusing on Krem here, but the focus is, I suppose, onto Nenny, as this E coming in. I can't believe, Baron with the assist, the alley into the oopsie. As Krem, realizing he needs someone to trigger his ultimate, flies in over the wall, still gets stunned unfortunately by the Volibear Q, and then just chased down. Okay, we got a game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen, as Wink has completed 2.5 items. With that shield bow, he will be able to sustain a little bit more. Honestly, not going to be that much more, and the only reason that fight went so well is because OMG going a little bit greedy for the Baron attempt, not resetting first and then trying to force a fight after. Wink wasn't even a part of that last fight, which is probably why Invictus Gaming kind of won, as Nenny. That guy is the same level as you, but make no mistake, despite not having, that being said, not having Riftmaker, Krem might not be able to fight this so easily. As Nenny, of course, does have a Spirit Visage available to him. And how quickly the tides have turned, as Invictus Gaming now in full control of the game. OMG do have the ability to pull the trigger. And that's the thing. When the enemy has Baron buff, honestly, pulling the trigger and starting a fight is kind of what you want to do, because Baron doesn't provide you any combat stats. All it really does is help you to push. And the only way you push is if we kind of allow you to. So OMG wouldn't be bad at all for them to start up a fight. Things are still heavily in their favor, don't get me wrong. The Assassins still pose the same threat to Wink. Throughout the entire game, that's going to be the situation. It's all about how magnificently Invictus Gaming can pull a fight together. Rookie is still incredibly far behind on items, as opposed to Krem, and it's going to be really hard for him to do anything because he can't zone Abel very effectively. The amount of tools that he has with his Killer Instinct to just jump onto Wink, distancing himself from Rookie and assassinating Invictus Gaming's AD carry, there are just too many tools that allow him to just trampoline rocket ship away from Rookie. So really, just by going aggressive, OMG are keeping their AD carry safe. And now Wink is just absorbing all of the CS again. But it's a hard day. It's going to be a hard day for sure. Now, neutral objectives are gone. This is sole Dragon for Invictus Gaming 100% need to be here for this contest. And the only saving grace right now is the fact that they did steal Baron, and as a result, they haven't lost even their tier 2s in the mid lane. Now they need to get vision, and that needs to be Nenny face checking with Lucas behind him, either or Shin, I suppose. But Shin isn't incredibly tanky right now, as he is beginning to clear out vision. See, Nenny in the front line. This is a simple front to back coming in from Invictus Gaming, where Rookie doesn't really fit this composition too comfortably, if we're going to be honest. OMG, let's see what they're able to do with both New and Cold on the flanks. Looking. Similar position as previously with OMG, 3 members showing, while Cold and New just hiding off in the distance. Shin needs to not take too much poke. In the meantime, Rookie's in the area as well. As in they come, a little concave has been set up with Cold off in the shadows. Wink is looking for him. Wink realizing that not seeing where Cold is could be potentially disastrous for his entire team. As Cold full on project invisible here as he jumps in, being chased out of the fight from Rookie, and Shin just there to zone him as well. Using the smite onto him. Krem is in the pit. Unfortunately for Cold, able to just disengage without having to force out his flash. Now Dragon is spotted up. Invictus Gaming know where every member of OMG is. An opportune moment to fight, but they need to be careful. They are awfully split out as Wink is just in a very safe position right now. Has members of his team in all flanks that is necessary. Need to be careful, do Invictus Gaming as well as OMG, as Cold does have flash. In fact, I think every member has every summoner spell available. This is going to be an explosive fight to say the least. Nenny is just trying to keep his flanks safe, trying to keep Wink in as comfortable a position as possible. Look at how far back he is. Look at how far back he needs to be. As Nenny trying his best, stepping forward aggressively to chase away the members of OMG, as Dragon is taken by Invictus Gaming. In comes the showstopper, but Wink is already being jumped onto the back line. Already, Killer Instinct as well as Perfect Execution coming in, and out goes both Lucas and Wink. Disastrous fight unfolds for Invictus Gaming. There's really nothing Nenny can do but wave his hand and say, look at me, look at me. Unfortunately, that is not enough as Shin running away now. Flash coming in from Krem as the what's it called? The Void Seeker is not enough to chase him down. Shin is so incredibly quick, and Krem is just trying to buy time, I suppose. I don't know who's buying more time here. Is it Krem or is it Nenny? Shin. As Nenny is just looking to undercut this wave and may have just saved his base. As long as he can get out, it is perfectly fine, and he will escape. Fantastic delays coming in here from the members of Invictus Gaming. The remaining members, at least. Teleport is available by both Rookie and Nenny, as OMG slotting up the Baron yet again. No vision is available in the top side of Invictus Gaming's base, but it looks to be a no contest coming in from Invictus Gaming, which means we get ourselves a moment of rest, a reprieve. Krem playing goalkeeper, hopping in at the last second, not wanting to be caught after the turn of the events. And you see here, so Nenny did what he could, but Wink getting hit, flashing away from the Magnustorm. But then in comes the showstopper into the facebreaker, and in comes Abel, in comes Krem. Krem really was just going for Lucas more than he was going for Wink in that situation. And what can the rest of Invictus Gaming do but watch, I suppose? This execution is just too quick coming in from the members of OMG. Everything is just so easy to hit when you have just the enabling of Cold and New just running in, causing so much hell and havoc. Absolutely disrupting everything. Invictus Gaming, though, wanting to take the proactive steps, are stepping up. Top wave is pushing in favor of them as Nenny turns the corner. Krem might be slightly out of position, just playing a little bit slow in the Twilight Shroud. And with the disruption coming in from Cold, will be able to extract his mid laner. And right now, odd as it is, Invictus Gamings are the one to push out the waves, despite Baron buff being not in their favor. Equalizer is jumped onto Wink. Wink is backing off now. Shrelas has been popped as New is jumped onto. Immediately in comes Abel with the Killer Instinct, and Wink is taken out yet again. His front line just abandoning him. Nenny in a 1v2 situation as Rookie finds himself in a similar situation, jumping in with the Kingslayer for the HP, using his Zonias to try and buy as much time as possible. But Aki says, I have that trick available too, as the Ignite is burning him down. Prey Seeker finishing him off. Triple kill going in favor of Abel. And try as they may, Invictus Gaming, valiant effort indeed. Unfortunately, it was not enough, and the game goes the way that it kind of was predicted. I liked what Invictus Gaming was going to do there. They didn't want to go quietly into the night. They stepped forth into their death, their doom, their ruination, their disaster. And while it did welcome them as to be expected, they embraced it with open arms. OMG taking out Nexus Tower 1, taking out Nexus Tower 2, and Nexus itself is not long for this world. Is Lucas, though, is the real question, as Invictus Gaming have the game closed out on them by OMG. Thank you guys so much for watching Game 1, and we'll catch you tomorrow with Game 2 of OMG versus Invictus Gaming. See ya!